Today's video, I am going to try a new palette that I received. This is the Celestial Color palette, and it is by this brand. And this was so kindly gifted to me in friend mail by Jennifer's Beauty by Oxygen. And that is what the inside looks like. So there are no mattes. So I did grab my Lunar Beautys Nude Prism palette. And I have a few Ofra shadows in the little Z palette that I'll be using. But I wanted to try this palette. Let me see. I'm gonna pull my hair a little bit back, just a little bit. I hope everyone is having a great day, a great week, a great weekend. All right. I am going to prime with my Smashbox Primer Oil. I've used a little bit of this, and I do enjoy it. So I'm going to pop a little bit of this on my face because I'm going to be using a pretty matte foundation. And I used, I don't know if that video's gone up yet, but I used the Essence, what was it called? Pure, I've already put it up. Pure Skin, I think. It was a tinted primer. And I ended up with two visitors right here. So, and it was definitely the products that I used on my face, because I don't have breakouts. I don't have cycles anymore, so I know some people break out during PMS, that type of thing, but I don't have that. So let's see. I'm going to, and I'm also going to prime. I'm going to see what this looks like. This was in a Sigma order that I had, and it is the eyeshadow base primer. This one is in the shade, I think it says Sunset Sorbet. And let's see, that's what color that is. Let me try to see what this will look like as a base. I bought a deeper color as well in case I wanted to use these as just, you know, plain old shadow sticks. But Robert Welsh is a, he is a YouTuber, but he was a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist. And I watch him, and I do heavily really take his advice to heart, his recommendations, because it's what he does. It's not just a, he doesn't just have a channel. And he's not trying to sell me anything. So, okay. I like that. It kind of gave a little bit of coverage. You know, if I had to, I could walk out the door just like this, with this on my arms. So, let's see. That's kind of sunk in a little bit. I will take, oops, this puff. Just kind of maybe soak anything in that might still be there. Definitely got to cover up those spots. We'll start with foundation. And for today's foundation, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. Again, with the 24-hour claim. And I have the shade Y225. That is what that looks like. It is very yellow, and that's how much I got on my hand. And I'm going to start putting that in with a stipple brush. Might be a little too light, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make it work. I did bring a bronzer in here. Maybe I should have pulled my hair all the way back. I really enjoy using a type of brush like this, a stipple brush, for foundation. I feel like it gets it up there and kind of pushes it and blends it in the skin without feeling heavy or any of that. I mean, you can see it covered that spot and that spot. And I still have a lot on my hand, which and this is a very matte foundation, but it doesn't feel. I am going to take what's on there and I just put it, kind of put it on my sponge, and now I'm just going to build up a little around here. If I remember correctly, this foundation sets pretty good, and I don't have to typically powder it down so much. Okay. For concealer, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of my Extra Shot by Marc Jacobs. If I can get it open. Yeah, Extra Shot. Took me a minute. And I'm going to go in. I'm going to use this little baby sponge. To hopefully get rid of some of that. Okay. I do want to make this a wearable look for me, because hopefully we are gonna run somewhere today. Okay. I am going to, do need to set my under eyes. And I'm going to set that using some Urban Decay Velvetizer. It's very finely milled, very blurry. And does not look cakey at all. I enjoy that powder. Yes, I do see the white cast, and I'll swish that away once I'm finished with my shadow, my eyeshadow. All right, let's go in with use the Nude Prism just to kind of grab a handful of mattes. I'll probably use this, some of these top row and some in the bottom. You guys have seen me apply this, so I'm going to stop the video, put you on pause, and get these mattes laid down, and then I'll be back and we'll do the Celestial. Guys, I'm back. For the eyes, I used Vibes. I used these 3 shades here. This in the crease, these 2 mixed, and then I put a little bit of this in the outer corner, just a little bit, and I actually used a little bit of this and this in my Let's Don't Talk About It brows. So now, you know what, I'm actually gonna sweep a little bit of this shade Bare, which is this very light shade, and I'm gonna sweep it right underneath my eyebrows. There we go. Put a little bit on the side of my nose, just to hopefully kind of open that up a little bit. Okay. I set everything down with this pressed powder from Dior. It just happened to be on my desk, but it's just a pressed powder with a little puff, and it is in the shade 010. So some of this stuff was on my desk already from when I did Hannah's makeup. Oh, and I just took that shade right there, and what was left on just my brush, I just did that number right there. Got a little sidetracked, so I went in further than I normally do, but that's okay. Now, let's play with this pretty one. Okay. So, these are the astrology signs, and I am an Aquarius, which is this shade, but I don't think I want to wear that shade. I think I want to go in with, and I did swatch these in this unboxing. I couldn't help myself. Oh, that's, you know what? I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is Cancer. And that's what this looks like. Splotched. That's a pretty color. It's a shifty shade. So let me get my shifty shade brush out that I like to use. I'll use this one. Let's see. There's a pickup on my brush. Pretty good. And I sprayed a little matte Fix Plus. Oh wow, that's pretty. I'm going all over the lid with this. Wow, gosh, that's pretty. That's just that one shade. Gosh, it's beautiful. And let me see what this one. It's not darker. I thought maybe it might have been a little darker. It's definitely brighter. There's definitely a lot of orange tones in here. So, I think, let me see what this Aquarius tone, maybe I'll put just a tiny bit of that Aquarius in between. Wow, just what little bit on my finger did both eyes. Oh, no, I went too far in. Spray it. Let's see. Don't want the gold to overtake what I've already used, but let me go in with my finger. I feel like the gold, that Aquarius shade, it looks coppery gold from where I'm looking at it, but then when I shift it down, to me it's like a deep antique-y color, almost like the color Cancer, just a little deeper. So I'm gonna just take Cancer back on my finger and go back to like I had it. There we go. These have very little fallout. I think I'm gonna leave my eyes like they are. I think I'm gonna tweak them a little bit with my brush. Put that shade up a little bit, like this one. I don't even think I'm gonna reinforce. There we go. And did I tell y'all what I used on the rest of my face? I think I did the powder. I used again, the Makeup Forever matte, I used Marc Jacobs Extra Shot. I used Velvetizer under my eyes, and the Dior pressed everywhere else. I used the Flower Beauty Heat Wave as bronzer. For blush, I used this shade right here. And for highlighter, I used this shade, which I think is Rodeo Drive, or it might be Blissful. No, this one's Rodeo Drive. So, and I am going to put a little bit of that Rodeo Drive in my inner corner. And let's see. That is just where I want it. For lips, let's go in with let's go in with a deep one. Let's go in with KVD's Lolita. And I'm just going to use this CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner in Plum Partner. And there's the lip line. And there's the lipstick right beside it. Right here. So, I actually thought that KVD one was a different one, but it'll still go, I think. Itself. I think that pairs well, mixes well, in my humble opinion. So, palette, 10 out of 10. Love it. Granted, I only used 2 colors, but they were beautiful and stunning, and I can't wait to play in the rest of them. But definitely, I mean, I don't see any fallout, and I'm on my 2X. Oh, look at them fingerprints. Camera, mirror. So nice. No complaints. I am gonna put a little bit of mascara on because, like I said, we do have somewhere to go. I'm just gonna use my Monsier Big by Lancome for some mascara. That Sigma eye primer, I can tell you, I was a little skeptical as soon as I picked up the shadow to lay over it, I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't cling. But it didn't cling. It's very weightless. I feel like my eyeshadows went on good, blended well. Granted, I didn't use that many matte shades, but still. And as always, my Lunar Beauty palette performed beautifully. As does all of them. This is my finished look. This is pretty much a everyday glam. This would be my everyday glam. Just shiny lids all the way through, deep lipstick, minimal face stuff, but this is it. This is the final and completed look using the Celestial Color palette. Love it. Okay, guys, to the next video. I hope you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, be beautiful, and leave me a comment. I do try to have a video for you guys 6 days a week. Sometimes you get 2 in one day, but at any rate, I try to take Sundays to not be online or filming anything. But at any rate, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.